Hi all and welcome to the closing bell here on TCM. That's the Charts Maverick or the Charts channel. I wanted to call this a closing bell show, but today if you watch the S&P price action, it was anything other than a show. Total display of choppiness. If you're watching the price action in the S&P, that means highs of the day tested at 598, lows of the day at 596. We traded the $2 range for 6 hours other than one spike lower, which was a fake one. Very poor price action for the leading stocks and the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq overall, although the S&P closed as you can see, let me post it in a second, the spike closed down 0.05 on 55 million shares traded. Again, let's call it zero. The Nasdaq was a bit more positive, closing up a 0.20, a quarter of 1%. The same price action pretty much in both indexes. You can see over the last 3 days, basically since the beginning of the week, see this kind of a higher lows type of pattern. Overall the ranges are very poor. There are no drivers. I mean, we don't have earnings, we don't have any great news to boost the market. Keep in mind that the markets are very extended after the run from 400 in the Nasdaq up more than 20%. Yeah, quarter, 25% in the last month. So see, you know what, let me see the exact dates. Actually, let me post the Nasdaq in the room. Let's go to the daily one day and check the lows. When was it? It was April 7th. Now we are on okay, 2 months. My mistake. So 2 months we covered from 400 to 528. That's more than 25% in 2 months, unless my math is wrong. I have to check it with ChatGPT. Anyway, going back to our price action intraday today, very mellow price action. If we're looking at the large cap winners and losers list, Tesla tops the losers. It was weak actually all day. The same goes for PLTR. On the positive side, we see some Chinese stocks mainly. So we had the energy sector down big. My only assumption is that oil prices went down today after the 10:30 oil inventories number, or maybe there are other reasons like OPEC meetings and such. I'm not following oil anymore. You can see JP Morgan and financials closing down the trading day. Well, not weak. I mean, nothing spectacular, but JP Morgan and the XLF sector ETF, the financial sector ETF down 0.65, JP down 0.77, ExxonMobil. So we have energy, financials, the other than technology, the biggest sectors in the SPY down, and still the market closed flat. On the positive side, let's change direction now. I don't know what was the reason in Tesla. Maybe we'll do a video about it tomorrow. Let me check out now if we can find hold on a second. Yeah, okay. So this on the positive side, you'll see that Alibaba closed up 4%. TSM has to do with China, I guess, as well, or Hong Kong. The FXI index, that's China large cap 1.82, and here we have a couple of healthcare stock, and the semiconductor sector overall 1.15. Although Nvidia today lagged, and closes down only 0.4. Again, Robinhood also went through a mini pullback after trading, I think, over 74 at one point. So down, still positive on the day, but not as strong as it was at the open. Yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the leading stocks and sectors. So strength in China, weakness in Tesla, and in energy and in financials, but nothing substantial. If we move to the gainers losers list, here we have a bunch of crazy movers. ASAN down on earnings big time. So is DLTR. Both reported earnings this morning. So did CrowdStrike, CRWD, but that one reversed an 8% or 9% downside move to close at 6. Let me see if there's anything else exciting. SBET, if you remember this crazy mover from last week. Well, 16%, it's not a big move for Sharplink. So we can check the chart in a moment. The biggest mover today and the weirdest not intraday, daily chart that I've seen ever is this company. This is a company, I think from Hong Kong. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like a scam or something like that. I mean, I will show you the daily chart in a minute. So it's up, it started the trading day at 6. Nothing, I couldn't find anything to read about this company on Yahoo Finance, maybe later on today or most likely tomorrow. So the stock is up 170% on actually very strong volume. So you can see MULN low $5, that's where it started, went as high as 25. So that's 400% move at one point. Again, those moves are unsustainable. The volume was very good, but it was spready. Now take a look at this unclear phenomenon. I think nobody saw this type of intraday chart ever. Maybe it's a bad print. I have to check it with my other platform tomorrow and see what's going on. So this is was this stock at $1,140,000 or is it a bad print? Most likely a bad print. Anyway, so weird, so weird. And the stock is trading at I don't know. I don't know if I can trust this. Let's go to with the 3-month chart. Let's go actually with the 10-day chart. 5-minute, 20 days. Let's go back. Yeah, it sits at 5, then at 7. It really trades with 15. Anyway, we'll have to read something about MULN before making an attempt to buy even 200 shares. So let's ignore the daily chart. If we go back 10 days or 20 days, maybe there's something to do with this one. I have to check, like I said, with my other charting program. So CRWV, for those who are following, this is a non-stop winner. Let me move to the 2-minute bars. In the morning, it seemed like there's going to be eventually a sell-off day, and the pullback. As you can see, the move under 150 should have been the move, but the buyers came in immediately. Keep in mind those who are watching this stock and hoping it's not shortable, but I hope nobody's trying even. Take a look at this consolidation here at 150. This is the level where the stock on paper should break down. The ownership though is so strong here. It's like the biggest investment houses on Wall Street plus 25% of shares or 20% of shares belong to NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is investing in this company alongside Goldman Sachs and many other powerhouses. You know that those guys mean business, and they're not going to sell at a, what's the profit now margin, 300% or something like that. They want probably 1,000%. So the move higher started at 50, now at 164. Let's call it 3 times as much. It's only 200%. Yeah, I guess that's not a lot for Goldman Sachs and NVIDIA. They've seen better days. Anyway, if there was an entry point, and again, it's so volatile and tough to trade, I tried to look for an entry in the morning session, gave up once it moved down, then it moved up and down. I mean, it's like eventually the round number, either the reversal here at 150, which was super tough to trade, and eventually the 150, either I would say 150, 250 or 155. So again, trying to trade this wild beast, really tough, really tough. I mean, the stop losses are in the range of 2, sometimes 3%. And again, the risk reward is amazing. The stock moves from 150 to 165. That's 10% in 2.5 hours. That shows the power of the stock. Again, I don't know if there are shorts available. Most likely not, because it's an IPO from 2 months ago. Having said that, at one point there's going to be a sell-off, and maybe after a move back to 120 or 100, fresh blood will come in, fresh money will come in, although I don't think the ownership of this company needs or has any problem with inflows of money. So overall, if we want to summarize, yeah, let's take a look a minute at SBET, the price action intraday. Oh, so ugly. The daily looks terrible, and the price action intraday terrible as well. Okay, so where are we heading from here? The markets are pretty much in the same level that we described this morning, like 3% from all-time highs. We're heading into Thursday. No important news tomorrow morning. The real piece of news that's coming that's important is the jobs report on Friday. That's going to be, of course, before the morning bell at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, guys, a bit disappointing to see the markets. The indexes basically did nothing today. Individual stocks did very well. RRGB, those who are watching it from my video from 1 week ago, another 10% to the upside, and doing very well. Maybe I'll drop a line on it in the morning bell, the closing bell report. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for being here with us. Remember to share this video with friends. Thanks a lot for being here again, and we'll see you in our next video, probably tomorrow morning, or most likely tomorrow morning.